Alright, this is war number 6, I think. We're up against Cerberus Revenge, CNR. And I can't remember when this war took place, but I think it's been at least a week. We just finished War 8. So, also I just finished the 6-star Shang-Chi arena, so I'm not in the best mental capacity right now. Anyway. Alright. We are rolling in with Apocalypse, Warlock, and Quake. So I'm remembering on the fly here. I did plug in these video clips, so I knew what team I was bringing. Just the element of suspense there for you. And alright, yeah, but I don't remember all the fights that I took. Okay, so we got a Punisher 2099. This is a Quake fight. I've done this one, God, I don't know, at least 3 wars this season, maybe 4. I think I also took him on node 43, which also has kinetic transference. I don't know. I've been fighting him a lot with Quake lately. And yeah, so we're gonna boost up here. I throw on the 6-hour boost, and then I'll be taking an Apocalypse mini boss on Mixed Master and Power Focus 1, Aggression Prowess with Warlock, and that's why I'm boosting really, really heavily. Otherwise, I wouldn't be boosting crazy for these first 2 fights. But we are going to speed this fight up. I think it's 500% because, again, you guys have seen this fight. I'm not running any suicides right now because my next 2 fights are with Apocalypse, and I don't like using Apocalypse with suicides anymore. He can definitely work with suicides for like 1 fight, but he has so much health, he's way too expensive to use with suicides, and most of his damage is going to come from additional burst damage he gets on his special attacks based on how many debuffs he has applied to the opponent. So, you know, using suicides with him doesn't really even help that much. That would definitely fall under the diminishing returns category because of all that secondary burst damage is unchanged. It's not going to change based on whether or not you have suicides or not. That was redundant. Whether or not you have suicides or not. Anyway, all right. So I don't have the luxury of cable this war, but I will be taking a very, very easy mutant here after this blade. So I just gotta, be patient here. This node has nothing. I mean, it's got Matador, so I only gain power when he uses a special, but I mean, it doesn't even matter. So this fight goes down really, really easily, 50 seconds. And my next fight is against a Gambit. And this is really, really awful placement for a variety of reasons. Number one, Gambit's not going to do anything for you on defense. But placing a mutant like Gambit that doesn't cause any issues and can be fought by essentially any attacker without problems, putting a mutant like that in Section 1 is just such a bad idea because, there are a lot of people that still use Corvus in war. We haven't used Corvus a whole lot over the last few seasons, so I think that there are just better options for most fights that he would normally take with Protect. And yeah, a lot of people are using Apocalypse in war now, and I think that the number of people using him in war is definitely on the rise. We use him all the time in war. I think every one of our battle groups is always running at least one Apocalypse. I know in my battle group, I use Apocalypse probably, I don't know, 70% of the wars. Bryn uses Apocalypse quite a bit, at least a handful of times every season. And I've assigned a few other people Apocalypse on attack. He's just an amazing attacker, and we love him. So placing a mutant like Gambit in Section 1 is it's actually detrimental. It would be better to place, it would be better to place a 4-star defender like any random non-mystic or non-mutant 4-star defender would be more less damaging than placing a Gambit. So anyway, cool rank up. I have no idea why he's on defense, but well, now Apocalypse has 4 genetic codes, so Cheers to you guys. This is not beer, by the way. This is, yeah, it doesn't even matter. But it's not beer. It's not alcoholic. And I just grabbed it instinctively. Here, I'm going to throw on, I cleared my masters, and I'm throwing on full suicides here because I'm using Warlock for this Apocalypse. And I'm going to get the lion's share of my damage from recycling my SP2. And I believe that this is the only fight that I'll be using Warlock for also. So I just want to get maximum attack here. I am waiting for my taxi. I'm not going to name names, but I'm sure you guys can guess. Peter. Little Peter. Anyway, all right. Here we go. We've got a guidance placed, which is great. It really is just going to give me extra attack. That's the only benefit here. But, yeah, this is Mixmaster. This is pretty good placement for Apocalypse. I think that node 22 is probably even better placement for him because it limits the attackers that you can use. But the way that you want to play this fight is very simple. You're going to parry, medium, light, back off. That is it. You're just going to repeat that. And you're going to do that up until he gets to, or you get to your SP2, and then you throw the SP2, and you're going to let your tech boost do a lot of the work. Now here, you guys see, because of my boost, and because of guidance, just a regular standard medium crit triggered protect, which is scary. So now I've got to get off some intercepts. I throw my SP2 there, but he's got protect. Protect, of course, goes away when you're using a large attacker like Warlock once you knock them down. But there, I know that I want to get a backdraft. I'm just kind of being patient. There I get a backdraft. And the other thing that I need to watch out for is the prowess that he's gaining from aggression prowess. So there I trigger protect again. So I'm like, all right, boom, get the intercept. Protect is gone. There I trigger it again, and right before I throw my SP2. God, it's so annoying, man. It's definitely a good lesson for me. We always assign Warlock to this placement with Protect, but this is the first time that I had taken Apocalypse here, and I think that I overdid it with the boost, and I did not need guidance here. Moving forward, we would just save that guidance for a different fight, because, you know, there, it actually slowed the fight down. Warlock completely destroys that fight if you're not taking away damage from him with a Protect Global. So, all right, here I've got a Weapon X on node 55. This is very common placement, I would say. It's got Brute Force, so you don't want to Quake it, and that's the reason people are placing him here. It also has 20% Limber, which is a very, very strong Limber. That means you get 4 stuns before he becomes, you know, essentially stun immune. However, if the defender is running max Limber, I think you only get like 3. But you can bypass that by placing guidance. You guys can see the little gold diamond there next to the node. And, you know, that is going to give you passive 1-second stun times if your attacker is a hero or a metal champ. Now, a lot of people would use Warlock in this fight, or even Archangel. Archangel is a very, very good option. But Apocalypse is also a great option. He's metal, so I can use him here, and I am extremely comfortable fighting Weapon X. Now, I make a massive mistake here, and this is something I practiced in duels, but he had 19 rage charges before I threw my SP1. My SP1 is so many hits, it pushed him right over the 25 rage charges, which instantly activated Berserk. So that I knew that would happen if I threw my SP1. I did a duel, I did it in the duel, and I was like, all right, cool, just don't let him go Berserk before I throw a special. And then instincts kind of played their role, and yeah, I did it. So fortunately, Apocalypse is a massive tank. This guy he is just so well-rounded. But, alright, so now we are in the clear. His rage is on cooldown. This guy is really, he's nothing at this point. He is basically Old Man Logan. He's not even Old Man Logan right now, while his rage is on cooldown. what would be the comparison? He's not Wolverine either. He's kind of like Sabretooth at this point. But there his cooldown ends, and guess what? It's not gonna matter. I'm just gonna throw this SP1 and kill him. Very easy fight. There are a ton of attackers that can take this fight as long as you know how to fight Weapon X. And when you're using a champ with a multi-hit special, don't throw the special when he's about to when he's right beneath 25 rage charges, like I did. Ultimately, still finished like 90% health. But anyway, all right. We ended up clearing with the donut. This was our second donut in a row, which is very, very cool. I'm proud of BG3. We had a rough start this season as a battle group, like relative to our standards, and I think that we've kind of found our rhythm lately, which is good. So here are the coins. We've got Steve, aka Sire. We've got Bryn just taking up residency in that gold spot, and OJ with the plat coin. Big ups to OJ. Here are the big movers for war number 6. We've got Cam, Rez, and FaZe. Good job to you guys. That is it for the war video. Leave a like and a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.